Nick Merckx goes down as a hero. Well, not that he's the first one to actually speak out against Activision. I mean, yours truly over here has done it many, 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 many times before. And one of them was actually me pointing out to Activision why the whole pride flag crap in our emblems and call signs for Modern Warfare 2. Don't believe me? Go ahead and look it up. But it took a public personality like Nick Merckx to finally tip the scale of what I predicted was going to happen. All he did was tweet, "Leave the children alone. That's the real issue." And Activision pulled his bundle from the Activision market on Call of Duty. Just because he said what many people with a well, healthy, functioning mind would say, leave the kids alone. It's true. Leave our kids out of this. Look, guys, I have nothing against gays or lesbians or bisexuals or transvestites. I have nothing against them. To each their own. This world is big enough for all of us to share. What you do with your personal life and your personal time is completely your business. I have no reason to be against it. I'm not God to judge you. To each their own. The best of luck. I wish you well. Before anybody says anything that is being taken out of context. The only thing I have a huge problem with is that you're trying to push these things on little kids. Impressionable, moldable minds. Why? Unless you're a groomer. Desensitize them and normalize sexualization is grooming, guys. Grooming. Okay? Grooming. That's what it is. And Activision has finally shown their true colors. I told you that this was going to happen, that once you let one thing slide, that they're going to start taking more and more out of it. This tipped the scale, like I said before. It's sad that it had to be this way, and it sucks that a known personality had to be the one to take a bullet, despite the fact that I've warned everybody that this was going to happen. And unfortunately, I'm not a big enough public figure in order for everybody to actually listen to. Daddy knows best, guys, okay? Daddy knows best. I told you that this was going to happen. So, this is what I propose to everybody watching this video right now. Over everything that happened at that school and what happened to Nick Merckx, this is what I propose. Right now, I'm talking to the parents that have kids in school. Guys, parents, moms, dads, I propose this. Get your kids out of those schools and start considering homeschooling. Yes, it takes time away from you. Yes, it's not the easiest job because now you have to be a teacher as well. But you know what? If you really care about your kids, you'll do it. You'll make the sacrifice. Which even should be considered a sacrifice because this is for your kids. Okay? You're not going to get paid a dime out of this, but it's for your kids. You're not going to receive a Teacher of the Year award because it's for your kids. If you really care about your kids, guys, pull them out of the school, start homeschooling, and let these schools figure out why they're losing funds with their quotas being so small. Trust me, it works. The school that I pulled my kids out of right now, they're struggling to pay ends meet. They have like a very small amount of students at their school, and because of the shitty ass educational, whatever you want to call it, mapping on how they wanted to teach kids and stuff, they're not teaching them the basic stuff. They're trying to teach them other stuff on the side. Thank goodness I live in Texas, so not a lot of teachers are trying to push that agenda on them. But because they lack and wanting to make an effort in teaching kids how to do better in school, a lot of people pull their kids out. And now they're struggling. It works, guys. Majority speaks. So to those parents, just pull your kids out. Don't go out picking fights with people. There's no point in your son or daughter going up without a mom or dad, so that the system takes them, puts them into a foster home where they're going to force these things onto them, and it's going to be a sacrifice in vain. Trust me on this one. I know how people work, and I know how things work out. Now, here comes the most important part. The part that you're all here for is, what is your proposal against Activision and what they did and what they're still continuing to do? Guys, Activision depends on a majority to support them financially speaking. They depend on the majority to play their fucking game, not the minority. Everybody that's involved with all this LGBTQP, XYZ, they're minorities, guys, and most of them don't even believe in capitalism. Most of them don't even believe in working for a living. Most of them don't even believe in paying for things. They're psychos. The majority of the minority are psychos. So Activision really wouldn't make any kind of business with a minority. They have more of a chance of making business with a majority. And what I've noticed is that a majority are really pissed off at this. A lot of them even went on social media calling Activision groomers. And it's true, they are. How do you go supporting something like this when Nick Merck, all he said was, leave the children alone, that's the real issue, and they deleted his thing because he said that. That just says who Activision really is, doesn't it? They're groomers. They like the idea of grooming children. As a matter of fact, I believe they even support child trafficking or sex trafficking or anything having to do with children when it comes to exploitation sexually, sexual abuse. That's what it is, guys. So I'm not going to be playing Call of Duty for the remainder of June, their precious little Pride Month. What I propose to everybody is this: don't bother deleting your game from your hard drive. Please don't even try making TikToks or viral videos of you taking the disc and busting it in half, because it doesn't mean shit to them. And you know why? Use common sense here, guys. Why would they care what you do with your digital copy or physical copy when you already paid for it? I'm gonna take the disc and I'm going to break it. I'm gonna break it. Look, Activision, I protest you. You know what Activision corporate assholes are thinking to themselves if they actually saw these videos? Joke's on him. We already have his money. That's what they're gonna think, guys. But you know what they are gonna think? Holy crap, guys! Nobody's showing up to season 4. What are we gonna do? We're losing our quota. We're not making bank. We're not making any kind of money. We're gonna go broke, guys. They're not showing up. What the fuck do we do? We need them to come back. What do? We already released season 4, guys. They're not showing up. That's what they're gonna panic about. That's what's gonna scare them. That's gonna make them think twice before doing some stupid bullshit decision like what they did. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys don't just have Call of Duty in your fucking house or in your hard drive right now, and that's the only game you have to play. I'm pretty sure that a lot of you have like at least 10, 15 games total in your fucking house or in your hard drive, right? I don't think Call of Duty is like the only game you have, right? Right? Okay, so you don't only have Call of Duty, you have several other games in your collection. Play that game instead. Finish that quest. Get that trophy. Get that achievement. Get that little DLC that you wanted to buy for your Batman or for your car on Forza or whatever. But do not play Call of Duty or anything even so much even remotely related to Activision, guys. Do not play any Activision related games because it still supports them one way or another. We're not just doing this because of Modern Warfare. We're doing this because of Activision, the activists. So, for the entire month of June, their Pride Month, and whatever, maybe put 2 weeks of July, do not show up to Season 4. That's my proposal. Do not show up. That's it. That's all you have to do. And I know that a lot of you are going to be aching to play Season 4. I know, I'm there with you. But if we don't do this, they're going to keep doing what they did. And they're going to do it even worse next time. Worse. So, that's my proposal. If you support Nick Merckx and what he did, and you support people like me as well, because I've been one of the few voices out there who have actually voiced their opinion and don't give a fuck because what I say is based. Uh, just do that. And oh, also another one. To everybody that watches YouTubers like Espresso or Lego Unchained, or whatever the fuck his name is, or DK Dynamite, or any kind of Activision simps, don't support them. Don't watch their videos anymore. You know why? Because they're still making content talking about releases and updates and all this stuff. They're still simping for Activision despite all of the things that have happened. Do not watch their YouTubes anymore. And if you do, because you want to say something to them in response to what's happened, make sure you leave a hashtag, leave the kids alone underneath your comment, and don't watch them anymore. Don't watch them until Activision does something different and they prove to us that they're actually regretting what they did, not just to Nick Merckx, but the entire idea of the pride stuff. And to be honest with you, I would really like to see them remove all those pride flags and emblems from the game. I really would. That's a start. That's a start. So, majority speaks, minority leaks. So, thank you very much for watching. I won't even bother to ask you to subscribe or leave a like or a comment because this is actually a pretty touchy subject. But just make sure that you do share it so that other people do know. All right? Thank you. Peace out.